You are watching a master at work.
Now tuned into the greatest.
Welcome to another edition of Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast. I'm your boy, Professional Sutton.
And I'm your boy, Chris G.
And
D-Ruck, a.k.a. The Rucker Report, a.k.a. Jersey.
a.k.a. Slap Your Mama, if you don't know no better. What's good, fellas?
You know, get some. Yo, man, I'm just happy to be here once again.
Yeah.
You know, we said it earlier, got to shout out my man Chris's birthday.
Got to,
This
man.
past, you know what I'm saying? My birthday was here, you know, January, babies. That's just what we do.
Yo,
Yeah.
thank you, sir.
But like
Thank
I
you.
said, I just want to shout out, you two gentlemen, for making a brother dream come possible. I mean, we always say that to like the end, but I think everybody should know, like, without you guys, this show would not be what it is. Having a network and just having people who support you, because I think so many times we have people who don't support each other. And then you have, hate, and you have stupidness. But again, we do this for the love of the game. We like what we do. We enjoy it. So that's why we bring it to you. And, hopefully we can continue to bring it to you and get even better. Now that the mushy stuff is out the way.
Yeah, the movie chair right there.
Yeah. We're gonna switch it up a little bit. I know for the past month or two we've been talking about like football, basically in basketball. But Chris wanted to come drop some jewels, especially when it comes to boxing. Like he's a boxing connoisseur, I would say. Because anytime I need to argue with somebody, I call him. And then I take all his ideas and I spit it at somebody like I know what I'm talking about. As long as they don't ask me no crazy questions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As long as they don't ask me no crazy questions, then I'm straight. But I think that we kind of wanted to jump on because boxing is kind of like I don't want to say it's dying state, but it's not as popular like how it used to be. You know what I mean? And obviously because
Definitely
of
not.
the heavyweight
Definitely
division, and just the whole logistic, and I think that marketing and promotion just totally different from years past. But just to kind of give a lot of people who are listening some kind of update on like boxing and the state of boxing, who's the man, who should you watch out for, what's going on? Because Chris was kind of schooling me a little bit on some of the drama that boxing kind of had, and for me looking outsider, looking in who's a boxing. I'm gonna say sports fan looking at it, I'm like, all right, cool, it looks okay. But, to have Chris kind of shed some light on it, so, and even you too, D-Ruck, I mean, I don't know your boxing skills, I seen you, about to get some dudes to work, but, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Oh, you gonna get this work.
Yeah. But, as far as like the, professional realm, what are we looking at, Chris? Who is who? Who is.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if we're going to get into boxing, you got, not that you don't always got my full attention, but
Yeah.
I mean, my number one love is boxing, no
Yeah.
doubt. So, the landscape of boxing right now is actually, it's something that we have been talking about, in previous episodes about how, this year was going to be a big year for boxing, and, there's a lot of, things on the horizon. And, basically I'm just going to start it off with, what's going down. So just to start from the most recent thing, and then we'll work a little backwards, and then we'll come a little, we'll do a little, forecast into the future of what's going to happen. Last night was, Sergey Kovalev. So the Crusher Kovalev, I'm sorry, let me give that man his due respect. Sergey, the Crusher
Right.
Kovalev went against, John Pascal. And if you think you've heard the name before, it's the man who gave Chad Dawson, the Pride of New Haven, his first L.
Yo, I was just about to. Wow, that dude with the Mickey Mouse voice.
That's right. That'd be John.
Oh,
That'd be
man.
Pascal. They had their, I don't want to say highly anticipated, but, they had a rematch that people did, kind of want to see, because they thought that, the ref kind of stopped the fight early when he fought Kovalev the first time. I mean, let me tell you something. It was clear cut that Kovalev won the fight, but, it kind of looked like the ref could have gave, Pascal maybe a little more rope because he had gotten knocked down like 4 times in the fight, but every time he got back up, he put in some work. So it was like, give him a chance to go out on his shield type of thing. So, they had their rematch and, during the whole leading up to the fight and all the press and the interviews, Pascal is a, black French Canadian. And, he called Sergey Kovalev, who is Russian, he called him a racist. Sergey took high offense to that.
But why you call him a racist? He just want to start something?
Yeah, I mean, Pascal really just wanted to start something. I mean, I've never seen, heard, written down anything I ever seen, of Sergey being a racist. I just think, Pascal is he's at the end of his rope because all of the big time guys he lost to, except for Chad, but he ain't a big time guy no more. But, all the big time guys he lost to, so he like his last dish effort to be relevant. He can't be relevant again because he can't hang with Kovalev. He can't hang with Stevenson, even though I think Stevenson is a bum. Obviously, he can't stand with Bernard because Bernard beat him twice. And then he can't, there isn't nobody else in the light heavyweight division. Andre Ward, he can't stand with. Like, there's nobody else. So he's going to now become that middle tier guy. You know what I mean? He went from a champ to a contender to, in the future, when you're building a great light heavyweight, you're going to put him up against John Pascal because you're going to be like, all right, you can beat him and look good. We know you're ready. You know what I mean? So he's basically, after this L, he's basically just going to be a stepping stone for future, future contenders in the light heavyweight division.
Okay.
So anyway.
I did not know that he lost to B-Hop twice, man.
Yeah.
Ain't B-Hop like 78 years old right now?
Correction, 89. I looked it up.
Yo, but at 89, he gonna give you that work.
Oh, what? And some.
He gonna give you that work.
And
matter of fact, B-Hop beat him, started doing push-ups in the middle of the ring between, like, B-Hop. I'm dead serious. I'm dead, like, B-Hop gave him that work. I mean, straight work. Matter of fact, I don't think he beat him twice. It was something that happened with the other fight. It'll come to me. I can't remember. But,
oh man. See, B-Hop be straight disrespecting these young boys, man.
I'm telling you.
I love it though.
Yeah,
I love it though.
Oh my goodness, yo, the moment and the way and when he did it this was like late, like 8th, 9th round. John Pascal was sitting on the, stool, tired. B-Hop standing up, said, all right, I'm done with the instruction. Starts banging out push-ups on the ground. In Canada, which is his hometown, crowd got so hyped. All the support was behind B-Hop. It was a great fight. It was probably the last, like, great fight I saw out of B-Hop. He went on to win more fights after that. This was only like 2 years ago. He went on to win other fights after that, and then he fought and lost to Sergey Kovalev in 12 rounds. But that was like the last time he looked like the executioner. Like, he punished John Pascal all night. Anyway, he beat, Sergey Kovalev beat John Pascal last night. After he beats him, you looking it up?
Yeah, I had to
after he beats, Pascal, Max Kellerman, who I pay the utmost homage to. He's, to me, when it comes to boxing, he's one of the godfathers basically right now for me. Don't nobody talk the fight game really better than, Max Kellerman and a few other dudes, Dan Rayfield, Brian Kinney, Jim Lampley, people like that. But, so he beats Pascal. So Max Kellerman asks him, hey, listen, man, who you looking forward to fighting next? For those who don't know, there's talks between Kovalev versus Andre Ward, which is going to be, which is until the Canelo Triple G fight happens. Oh, that will be the biggest fight in boxing. That'd be the biggest fight in boxing.
Sir,
When is that? When is that?
Well, listen, Andre Ward got to get past, Sullivan Barrera. Just, regular, I don't want to call him a journeyman, but, guy you guys probably never heard of.
Nah.
He's an okay guy. Andre should take care of him pretty easily. Or it could be competitive, but Andre is expected to win. it would be a major.
Win, yeah.
It would be a major upset.
Unless you do some
Varela won.
cocaine and fuck some hoes.
Right. Some dumb shit like that.
Yeah.
So, some dumb shit like that. So, he's got to get past him in March. That fight takes place. So probably sometime around this fall, Kovalev versus, Andre Ward is, shaping up to happen. But in the meanwhile.
Yo, Chris, let me ask you a question real quick, just to get into a little bit of this. Yo, so I know my man Danny Swift Garcia just beat the Ghost Guerrero.
Yes,
right?
he did.
So like, what's going on with Swift, man? Because it's like he was supposed to be that guy. You know what I mean? And like, and I'm not really disrespecting Robert Guerrero. I mean, he did that enough himself on 24/7 when he fought. I mean, like, what? Like, so why is he continuously fighting these middle tier guys? Like, who should he be fighting next? I mean, is Canelo in that same weight class? Can we see Swift and Canelo? You know what I'm saying? Like, what type of opponent is he going to be looking at next?
Oh, okay. Well, I actually was going to get into Danny Garcia too, because you know, obviously he's a young welterweight. He's one of the 4 major welterweight champions right now. So, you know, he's definitely a big commodity. Let me hit that point then for you, and then I'll get back to the Kovalev thing. So the thing with Danny Garcia, and the reason that Danny Garcia is fighting these middle guys is because he's being managed by this guy named Al Heyman. Okay? Al Heyman, if you ever pay attention, you will know an Al Heyman fighter, because in the press, when they get done with the fight after they win, they go, man, I like to thank my team. I like to thank such and such. And I like to thank, Al Heyman and, you know, yada, yada, yada. Al Heyman is not a promoter.
Is he like to Paul Heyman?
No. Al Heyman is not a promoter.
ECW, baby.
But he's an advisor, and he advises them the best way to make the most money they could possibly make. So promoters don't like Al Heyman, because the promoter's fighter won't listen to the promoter. They'll listen to Al Heyman. So they don't like Al Heyman.
Okay.
But with Danny Garcia, the reason he's fighting all of these middle guys is because he actually took a step back. And you might not have noticed it, even though he's still undefeated. But what happened was he was on a high, right? He was on a real big come up. He had just beat Amir Khan. He had, he was fighting on all the undercards of Floyd Mayweather's pay-per-view as the co-main event. He actually beat a widely respected champ at the current time, Lucas Matisse, who everybody thought was going to run through Danny. Everybody thought Amir Khan was going to run through Danny, and Amir Khan was, but you know, Amir Khan got a real suspect chin, got caught, and he doesn't recover well when he gets caught. But, so he did all of that, right? So he built himself up to be like, yo, he's going to be the next welterweight star. And then he fought, Marcio Herrera. No, I'm probably butchering his name, but, it's something along that line. Herrera is definitely his last name. And it was a debatable fight. And it was like, a lot of people thought Herrera got robbed. And it was like, yo, it was like, DSG, like, Swift, what you doing here? Like, why is this a debatable fight? So it kind of raised people's eyebrows. Then he fought Lamont Peterson. And it was another debatable fight. And it was like, people thought Peterson got robbed. And it was like, and then he fought Zab Judah. And it was a debatable fight. Like, it's like, you can't fight. And I like Lamont Peterson. Out of those 3 guys that I just mentioned, I really like Lamont Peterson. But Lamont Peterson is also the guy who got knocked out in the second round by Lucas Matisse. Danny, you just blitzed Lucas Matisse, and you struggling with his scrap work? I mean, you struggling with his light work. So he had 3 fights back to back to back. Not in that order that I've given you, but he had 3 fights like that, back to back to back, where it was really debatable. And people started to question, well, how good really is Danny Garcia? Because
I saw that too. Because I think the other thing too, what happened with that Well, what I was expecting is that he didn't knock Paulie Malignaggi out,
Another one,
and that was another one.
that was another one I was gonna get to. Even though, listen, Danny, he beat him, and Paulie isn't the Paulie he used to be. But let me tell you, if Paulie was the Paulie he used to be, Paulie probably would have gave him another debatable fight. So,
Yeah.
you can't be, gearing up to be, the welterweight king, obviously with the absence of, Floyd Money Mayweather, and you having these debatable fights with some people that Floyd Mayweather blitzed or people that you already, you beating a guy that beat another guy that blitzed them. You know what I mean? Like it starts to get, the water starts to get mucky. So, he fought Robert Guerrero because Robert Guerrero, if not anything, is a hard out. You know what I mean? And it was like, you go in there, you put on a good show for everybody because it was a very, very entertaining fight. It was, you go in there, you put on a good show, you win, you'll start to get, you start to get that train moving back in a positive direction. And I say that because after that fight, there started being, maybe Floyd gonna come back and fight Danny Garcia. That's really in talks. It's really in talks that Floyd Mayweather might come back to fight Danny Garcia. So, he's got the buzz going again, but let me tell you, that's not going to happen. What's going to happen is, I'm sure Keith Thurman and Sean Porter. They're fighting each other in March. It's expected that Keith Thurman is going to win, and then that Keith Thurman and Danny are going to fight each other, and then we're going to get a unified welterweight champ out of it. Because Danny's got the WBC. He's got the he's the WBC. He's got the belt that Floyd has just relinquished. And Keith Thurman's got the WBA. So, the winner will have two of the major belts. They'll be the, pretty much the consensus welterweight champ, because there is none right now. There is no consensus welterweight champ. So they're expecting for that to happen. But on a side note of that, I would tell people, please do not expect Keith Thurman to win. Don't book that. Don't book that. Because Sean Porter got something that Keith Thurman don't got. And Sean Porter got that dog in him. And I've seen fights with Keith Thurman where he looks real sus. I seen Keith Thurman was about to lose to Luis Collazo, he been a journeyman for 15 years. He been boxing for 30. He been a journeyman for 15 of them. All right. And I just seen Luis Collazo hit Keith Thurman with a liver shot, look like he was ready to quit. And Sean Porter don't got none of that in him. He don't got any of that in him. So, you can expect to see a fight like that, but then you also got to look, as the new WBC champ, the WBC is, they're making it a mandate that he fights Amir Khan for his next fight. If that happens, if that doesn't happen, because Danny Garcia is not interested at all in fighting Amir Khan, he'll relinquish the belt, and then he'll fight, Keith Thurman or whoever for that belt. Then there won't be a unified champ. Boxing is different now. You don't got to have a belt to be the guy who calls the shots. You know what I mean? So, that might not happen. But that's pretty much what's going on with Danny Garcia. We got to see what happens with him versus, we got to see what happens with Sean Porter versus Keith Thurman. That might dictate where, Danny Garcia is going to fight next. Cause he's fighting on the PBC channel. The PBC, that's what it is. I mean, they move it around, so I can't say Fox or NBC or Spike. They move it around. So I'm gonna just call it the PBC channel. That's where they're fighting right now. So people are kind of getting like tired of it, cause they're like, we get to see good fighters, but they're always fighting people where who the winner gonna be. You know what I mean? Like when I saw Danny Garcia versus Robert Guerrero, I said, oh, that's gonna be a good fight. Oh, but Danny Garcia is going to win.
Now here's my question, and I don't know if you're done or not, but to like the people who are not like avid boxing fans, like what does boxing need to do to attract crowds like they used to? Like how you know, I mean, we can go on for hours, but like, you know, what can help with the bleeding and to get boxing into the mainstream role where like UFC is, football, like,
Chris, can I say something about that?
Yeah,
go ahead.
Yo, you know what boxing needs, man, that has been needing for the past, I would say, 20 plus years right now.
What's that?
We need, and I don't know if somebody just need to go in a lab and create these dudes, but son, for real, we need two good heavyweights.
I agree.
American heavyweights.
Two good heavyweights from America, and not only just two that we can set up to fight each other, but I think two that we can set up to beat the Klitschko's first and then fight each other. You know what I'm saying?
Well, there's only one Klitschko left because Vitaly don't fight no more.
He don't fight no more?
Yeah, he don't fight no more. So it's only Vladimir. Vladimir is the only Klitschko left, and you know, he's not even the champ no more. Tyson is, but you're right. No, we need to make boxing, you know, to be that big in America again. You need the heavyweights, and you need an American heavyweight, and you need a dominant, good-looking, charismatic. He needs to check off all the boxes, and then he needs to have a rival. He needs to have somebody that's on that level, so that you could market it, so that at some point they can meet each other, and that could be the biggest fight. Because at the end of the day, everybody want to see heavyweights. Everybody wants to see heavyweights.
Let me ask you that, since you said that. So the next question that I would think that would be on everybody else's mind. So is Deontay Wilder the answer?
No.
Okay.
DeAndre is good. He's good. I don't want to take that away from him. He doesn't check off all the boxes though. He's not charismatic. He's pretty one-dimensional. He's dark skinned. Yo, let me tell you something. I was gonna get into that.
It's true though.
It's true.
He's dark skin, man.
You need to.
Brown skin. He's dark skin.
If he was an animal like Mike was, then it'll pass.
Mm-hmm.
It'll pass. But seeing that he's not that kind of animal, you know, they want a good looking. Listen, America wants a good looking guy. They want a good looking guy. Dark skin doesn't check that box. I'm not debating whether DeAndre is a good looking guy or not. I'm saying dark skin don't check the box. This is, I just want to make that clear. And this is coming from a darkie, all right? Because I'm as black as midnight, okay? So I want to put that out there.
Yo, if Wilder get that Charlemagne, he got a chance.
He got a chance, but you know, it's some skill things that he lacked that wouldn't. Yo, really what's happened in the heavyweight division is they got too big. And what happened when they got too big is the skill level went down. See, then it was okay to watch Mike, you know, knock people out in a couple seconds like they do now, but you saw the skill in Mike. It looked so masterful, so precise, so pretty when Mike did it. Now you just got these big 260 pound, 6'7" guys just throwing lumbering shots at each other until they fall out. It don't look nice. It don't look aesthetically pleasing. You know what I mean? So what they need right now is, listen, there's a hopeful. I got a hopeful. His name is Anthony Joshua. Let's just give him time. Olympic pedigree, great amateur background, nice build, light skin.
He winning.
Light skin, has the skills to pay the bills. Like, he could be the guy, but you know, time will tell. We'll see. What they need to do is something, and I'm stealing this from Max Kellerman. What they need to do is they need to change the heavyweight division. They need to make super heavyweights and regular heavyweights, because these guys in the heavyweight, they're just too big, yo. They start to lose skill. If you watch the Tyson Fury versus Vladimir Klitschko, it was the ugliest fight in the world. It was 2 6'7", 6'8" guys standing on their back foot, like parrying jabs at each other. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm gonna try to hit you. I'm gonna try to hit you. You know what I mean? Because they're just not used to fighting guys their size. It just didn't look good. You need a guy I think heavyweights need to be between, ideally to look good. Heavyweights need to be between, 5'11", 6'4", between 190 pounds to 235 pounds. It'll look good. It'll look good there. You know what I mean? Because you can still carry your speed and your skill. It'll still look aesthetically pleasing. Now it doesn't. In boxing ain't going to never be as big as it was in the 70s and the 80s and the early 90s with Mike until we get an American heavyweight and until we get some guys that look like they got real boxing skills, man, because you know where you go to see the skills? Welterweight division. Well, we just was talking about the welterweight division for 10 minutes, talking about Danny Garcia and Keith Thurman and Sean Porter and Amir Khan and all of those guys. That's where the skill is right now. And just before I forget, Canelo isn't technically in, Danny Garcia's division. They're about two to three divisions away from each other. Actually, more like 4 because he likes to fight at this catchweight 152, which is not a real division, which is another reason why I don't like Canelo, but that's another discussion for another day. Conceivably, yes, they could fight. If Danny Garcia fights at he really is a light heavyweight. I mean, a lightweight, cause he really fights at 140, but he just won the 147 belt. Canelo likes to fight at 152. It's possible they can meet. He likes to fight at 152. If you're a smaller guy, he'll fight you at 155. If you're a bigger guy, he want to fight you at 152. He's a real bitch, which is why I don't like Canelo. But, he likes to make it up as he goes. But, that's pretty much what's going on with Danny Garcia. There's more interesting fights on the horizon. Yeah. Manny Pacquiao versus Timothy Bradley for the 3rd time. Uh-oh. And I know people are going to kind of be like, we kind of seen this story before, but Timothy is a different fighter now with Teddy Atlas as his trainer.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a real good fight, man.
It's listen, Timothy still can't really take, Manny Pacquiao's power, but you're not going to knock Timothy Bradley. He got so much heart. He can't keep him down. Mm-hmm. But, skill wise, and training wise, Teddy got him so on point that he'll devise a game plan to be, on point against Manny Pacquiao. So that'll be a good fight. Like I said, there's also a potential of, what's his name? What do you like to call him? Coon number 1?
Oh, Coon number 1?
Coon number 1, Adrian Broner. He is entertaining the idea of fighting Danny Garcia as well.
No, he's just entertaining. Okay.
Well, because he is. He's just entertaining, but he wants the money to be right. Danny Garcia feels the same way. And, Triple G in the meantime, before he fights Canelo in the fall, in September, he's looking at possibly fighting, Danny Jacobs. There's some Danny. If you don't know who Danny Jacobs is, he just recently knocked out Peter Quillen in the 1st round, not too long ago. Kid Chocolate.
Kid Chocolate.
You seen him, you know why. It's,
I think I seen him.
There's some real interesting, boxing dynamics that are coming up soon. So, cool. Stay tuned. And I'm going to keep, everybody abreast of what's going on.
Yeah. So, like I said, Chris knows his boxing game left and right. He probably could do a whole 3 hours on boxing alone. Hold
on. What my sheet say? So
if
I got notes. I don't really got
board. It looks like
I just got names. I just got names of people that I won't forget. So
like a booty.
Yeah. I just got names of people that I won't forget. Everything's off the top of the dome.
Yeah. It's, so.
Y'all gotta understand, people. Chris hitting y'all with that Jay-Z flow.
Yeah, that Jay-Z flow, man, with the boxing.
And y'all with that hole, man.
So I was wondering, D, if you can get, Rich on the line. Let's see if he's ready to join us.
All right, let me see if I can get him in.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. So, with that being said, people, I think that, boxing is just as important, as all the sports that we talk about. We kind of neglect it because again, it's not like what people want to hear or see all the time, but I think that it has to be something that we touch because, when football season ain't around, when basketball season ain't around, I think boxing is that good filler that, especially it's that, to me, boxing is the best summertime sport because that's when people come out. That's when, like baseball is kind of in mid season, but again, you still need that sport. And boxing is so important because it's an art form. When people look at Floyd, they're like, oh, well, this guy, he only winning because this, that, and the third. No, listen, this guy is that damn good. That's why it looks so easy because it's an art form. Like the way he practices, like his whole routine is just that important. So that's why he,
you want to know why Floyd? That's exactly why Floyd don't get the props and he doesn't get the recognition and admiration that he should get because he's so much better than everybody else. That it makes it look like he's not fighting top level guys. But the thing is, he's so much better than everybody else. He makes the best guys look bad.
Yeah.
He makes the best guys look bad. And they keep wanting, when he was fighting, they kept wanting him to fight bigger and bigger guys. It's like, they wanted him to fight Andre Ward. It's like 30 pounds heavier than Floyd. Yeah. It's like, you just asking for the impossible now because he was that good. Yeah. So, it's a damn shame.
Did we get?
I'm back on the air, man, and I think I may have found the biggest. And when I say biggest, people, I'm saying like literally and figuratively. This dude probably is the biggest LBJ fan around. Witness. His name is Richard London. Everybody, welcome to the program.
What up, man?
Most definitely.
Somebody drop one of Clues bombs for London, please.
He don't even got it loaded up. He ain't even ready to drop Clues bomb for it. He don't even got it. Hold on.
Yo, but I'm gonna get that bomb. I'm gonna get that bomb, man. Before we start, I want to send a shout out to my boy Rich because he listens to us every week. He texts me, he talk junk, you know what I mean? So being that supporter, definitely. I had to move it so it could accommodate him because without him, dog, I mean, half of this would not be possible, man. So I want to thank you, baby. Thank you.
I just want to tell the real once and foremost, finally about my boy LeBron James. LeBron James.
So,
there's been a lot of talk, man. There's been a lot of talk about this light-skinned sunshine dude in Golden State.
Don't kill him yet.
Listen.
I like the kid. You hear that? He's coming already. Let's go.
That's coming off. He's coming off hard already.
Yo, listen. Yo.
I like the kid. It's just too much.
Hey, yo, listen.
Too much too early.
Hey, yo, listen. Let's save that for the end. Let's say the best for last, yo. Because. Okay. Yeah. Cause I know when you get up there, I need you to have that time. I want you to have your time. You gotta have that time because I'm telling you right now, you're gonna piss a lot of people named Hamilton, Brooks, John Legend, any light skinned nigga off. You're gonna piss them off. Any light skinned nigga think you're gonna piss them off.
Everybody see what happened to G Money.
Why he took it to G Money?
Christopher Williams. You know what I'm saying? Drake before Meek Mill. But anyway.
Whoa.
I said before me.
Right there.
Yeah, before me.
So you gotta, because I don't even want to say it like that, but for real, you need to drop 2 Clues bombs for that.
Oh, yeah. See.
He's kicking me chesting, man. He's doing Meek filthy, man.
Dirty.
He's embarrassing Meek now.
Dirty. Make him look stupid.
You know what, though? But you still got Meek running around here trying to act like the battle's still going on. Nigga, you lost 3 months ago. Yo, Meek, you lost 3 months. Why are you still talking? Nobody cares anymore.
You know why, Chris?
What's up?
He's from Philly. They all got that Rocky mentality. They ain't never giving up.
But listen, Meek is still at all the 76er games, and they losing too.
Yeah.
No.
Philly.
Hold on. The illest thing I seen all week is when Kanye and Wiz was going at it. And then Amber jumped in and then somebody ran a poll and they's like, who took the biggest L? And it was like, it had, Kanye with like 30% and it was Wiz with 20 and Amber Rose with 18. And then it was Meek Mill with 60%.
He had nothing to do.
He had nothing to do with it. He's still taking L's.
Nothing.
Yo,
But I need to get in, man, where I fit in with this whole LeBron conversation, man.
oh, don't worry. Listen, we're gonna save that for the last. You know, like I said, that's gonna be our last segment. But I had to get you up here.
Okay.
So before we start, I want to talk about the Pro Bowl. I know it's irrelevant.
The No Bowl.
Yes, there we go.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know who's watching it. You know what I mean?
Nobody.
Maybe if you just moving into your apartment and you ain't got cable yet, you know what I'm saying? So you might gotta watch it. You know how that go. You know what I'm saying? You gotta watch it on your crates. But, it's to me, it should not be existing anymore. They need to take it out. It needs to become like a war ceremony where you get perfect attendance.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? When you do something good, because in order for it to really be something, they gotta really play football. And I know Chris and I, we were talking, and I want to know your opinion on this. And I know this is crazy, but we think that it should be a real Hall of Famers game where like people who can actually still play, like Ray Lewis, dudes coming out of retirement, they gotta try out and play against like some of the dudes of now. I know it sounds crazy, but could you imagine like Jerry Rice going up against like Richard Sherman? You know what I'm saying? Like
Crazy.
like
That'd be
Dion,
crazy.
like
Listen,
Dion,
it'll be crazy.
Dion lining up against ODB. I mean,
Deion ain't lining up against nobody with that toe. He ain't lining up against nobody with that toe.
but
His toe is like that thing in that fungus commercial. Deion is not. Nah, stop that. Don't disrespect him like
It's a good idea. It's a good idea for Madden,
yeah,
but it's not a good idea for the field. It's the worst All-Star game in all sports.
yes,
ever.
including
Ever.
hockey, including hockey.
Yo, but actually,
Hockey's
the
not that
Winter
bad.
Classic is
Yeah, I was about to
actually-
say
Yeah,
the
that's what I'm
winter.
saying.
The Winter Classic, they
The
do it
Winter Classic
outside.
is dope.
Like it's kind of dope.
No, I'm saying
that-
though, but that's what I'm
no,
saying. Like
it's
including
dope.
hockey, it doesn't
How
compare
about
to
this?
anything.
How about this? This is my suggestion, and this is what I've been talking about for a minute now. Always been. Now, the NFL years ago, they went from the Pro Bowl being after the Super Bowl, but they figured out that nobody was watching it then, so they said, okay, we're gonna make it before the Super Bowl. Now, still nobody's watching it. So how about somebody in the NFL brain trust come up with the genius idea of, hey, let's look at the playoff format again, and let's add 2 more teams. And you get another weekend of real football.
But where you gonna put them though?
Listen, I don't care what you got to do. I mean, anything to take away at least a game of the preseason to add to something else in terms of playoff football, if you're going to string it out like this,
Uh-huh.
I mean, anything would be great. Or you just got to go back to, like, when I was, like, 10. I mean, the Super Bowl, I mean, I love it. I used to have it on my birthday. Like, real talk.
But the thing about it is, with NFL players, and this is where I respect it. They don't want to play more than they have to.
True. Yeah.
With the seriousness of the game, I'm not risking injury on an All-Star game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not hitting nobody or taking hits like that on a preseason game, on an All-Star game. You got cats that's going out, in the preseason for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Jordy Nelson, thank you.
You know.
But that's why I said that
I'm
it
not-
couldn't
I'm
be
not-
big, yo.
I'm not getting on the field.
True.
if I can't, if it don't mean nothing.
True. Yeah.
I think it's just like, you said earlier too, sir. I mean, something, it might have to be just done away with because look
Yeah.
at what the Patriots did, right?
Nobody.
The Patriots lost that game, and because, I mean, they definitely were still salty, but they lost the game, and they pulled out every player that made the
Everybody.
Yep.
Everybody. Nobody's playing. Robert Kraft said, listen, man, I ain't even going to the game. Y'all ain't even selling Kraft cheese at the joint.
Y'all not even getting the water boy out there.
You know what I'm saying? Drop one of the Coos bombs for Robert Kraft for being the OG.
But exactly like London was saying though, it's they're worth too much money to risk getting hurt in a Pro Bowl game, in a meaningless game, yo. They're not gonna do it, which is why me and Quet were talking about it earlier. Football is a great sport. It's one of the best sports out. but it's got to be done at full speed and full intensity.
Yeah.
Anytime it's not, it's boring to watch. No offense. I got a kid that played Pop Warner football. It's like watching Pop Warner football.
Worse than that. Worse than that.
It's worse than that sometimes. So, you gotta,
Yeah.
it's gotta be some type of way to make it more exciting. Like we were talking, they need some type of skill challenge. Maybe do Run Skello. Maybe do who's fastest, who got the best. I don't know. But I care nothing about the Pro Bowl game today.
Well, just in case you guys,
nothing at all.
just in case you guys do care about it, and listeners, it's 7:00 Eastern Standard Time. That'll be
ain't no free plugs around here. NFL, let me tell you something. NFL want a 7:00 plug. They better be sending the check this way.
I'd rather watch Pootie Tang than watch that.
Goddamn check.
Pootie Tang.
Yo.
Good. I'm on.
Yo, I hate Pootie Tang too, but I had to agree. Damn, son. Damn. So the consensus is we need to get rid of it.
To do away with it.
Okay.
I just think we need to do away with it.
And the NFL is going too far now with trying to put teammates on different teams. You got draft picks between, old school players. They get to pick people. Like you got Cromartie on one team. You got Eli on another team. And Cromartie talking junk about how he's going to pick him off. Okay, that's all fine and good, but this isn't practice, So it's like, it's pointless. It's pointless.
Yeah.
They reaching too much.
Yeah.
They're watering down the game.
True.
They're watering it down.
True.
True. Yeah, I think my vote is take it out, go back to the old format to where the Super Bowl used to be. So they keep that same flow. Now, I get why they wanted to do it in terms of giving teams, that extra week to kind of prepare, heal, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, man, I think, I personally think, I don't know what y'all think, but I personally think in that week's layoff, you give other sports too many opportunities to kind of steal some of your viewing audience.
Yeah.
Because what has the NBA done? In those 2 week spans, they start putting out now these primetime games that are coming
on Saturday,
on the same channel that the NFL is going to be broadcast on.
Yeah,
right about that.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So, do away with it. Let's get back to the Super Bowl. Let's see what happens there. I'm still looking for my man Cam to get that dab going.
Cam?
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Cam.
Before we even get any further, I really, because I've been researching this over the last couple of weeks, I really want to dig into this thing that they're trying to get with Cam, man.
Go ahead, spit that.
I think somebody needs to listen. So for everybody listening, man, the NFL has always been the good old boys league.
Mm-hmm.
We get that. We got it, right? And for anybody that's a sports fan, we know the most coveted position in football is the quarterback.
Yep.
It was not a position that was meant for, in their eyes, anybody of our persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, you're right.
It was either you white or you beige. And we ain't never had a beige quarterback.
Nah.
Right?
Almost.
So if you look down the line, sir, and the crazy thing is, in doing the research, you can go back to Warren Moon. Warren Moon is crazy in college.
Yeah.
What they do, they made him go to Canada, right? Randall Cunningham. Buddy Ryan wanted to make him a wide receiver, right? Steve McNair, they said, okay, he came from too small of a school to do any real work. Doug Williams, another black quarterback that took the Herald Redskins to the Super Bowl, right? Yes. And now we get Cam, and now Cam is getting all this hate because Cam is doing what Cam wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
And you know why I applaud this young man, son? Because just like years ago when LeBron and D-Wade and all of them got together and they said, listen, we're going to pimp the system, that's exactly what Cam has now done.
Mm-hmm.
Look, you know what it is? I'm going to touch on it real quick based off of what my man Clark said on ESPN earlier this week. It's not that Cam is black. It's the culture that Cam brings to the NFL.
True.
It's not that he's black, because we've had black quarterbacks that's been accepted. Donovan McNabb, Cordell Stewart, Cunningham, like you said,
Mike
Doug
Vick.
We've had black quarterbacks, Michael Vick, who were accepted. But the culture with dancing, you got Future at the games. You understand? You got Jeezy at the games, and he didn't change. Cam didn't change. He had the podium, you know, even though he got the skinny khakis on. You know what I mean? But he bringing that culture, that flavor to the game, and the NFL doesn't want that. They want the Uggs wearing Tom Brady. You know, they want your Mannings. That's what they want. Even Russell Wilson. They want Russell Wilson.
He's a good.
They're not looking at it as, yo, he's a black guy, whatever. No, he's a good curly hair, good hair dude.
Yeah.
And he's better, man.
Light skin too.
You know what I'm saying?
Light skin too.
But I'll take it even one step forward. You know what I'm saying? Not only does the NFL despise what kind of Cam represents, but the crazy thing that they're really hating right now is that if this young man and these Panthers now win the Super Bowl, you have to undoubtedly say Cam Newton becomes the face of the NFL.
Oh yeah.
And he's already there.
And in his mid-20s, you're looking at now him being the face of the league for the next 10-plus years.
True.
What can you do now?
He's going to be the first player ever in history to have a JUCO national championship, college national championship, NFL national championship.
Yeah.
The boy's the truth.
Yeah, he is.
The boy's the truth. It. I watched a video on all of these so-called experts. Oh, and it's million trash. It's man.
Yeah.
You know, some of the comments was making me mad because they was going over and beyond the trash.
Yo, but some of the stuff, it was NFL players who were like, you know, and you had dudes, coaches who were in the NFL.
Brian Urlacher.
Yeah, it was like, hey, I don't think he's going to be good, you know, and it's like, I wouldn't draft him. So and also, just a little plug, episode 30, we played that to start the show. But anyway, yeah, we had all these experts, quote unquote, who were down in Cam. I would love to see their face right now. I would love to see.
Oh yeah, I mean, listen, you already know what it is. You know what they're going, the game that they're going to try to play, and it's exactly what it is. You see it on First Take. Big Bell's the first one. Now he kissing Cam butt. I mean, just rewinding real quick. I'm not, and I used to respect money, but I'm not listening to anything Brian Urlacher says anymore because this dude has hair.
Yes, exactly.
He got hair.
Exactly.
He got a little
Brian
Justin
Urlacher
Bieber
got hair?
going on.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
not looking at nothing you said. You don't change up and got a sideways part.
He looks like a
He got the Farrakhan part.
Listen, man,
he looks like a homeroom teacher.
Who's bonds for Brian Urlacher part, man?
Yo, wait a minute. Did he go out and get implants in his head or something?
I don't know. He
Urlacher
looks.
been bald his whole career.
Nah, he ain't bald now.
Hair plug for men works. LeBron, pay attention. My bad. LeBron, pay attention.
Well, listen,
Come on, man.
As far as
man. I mean,
as
we
far
gonna
as
get to
Cam
that.
goes,
But-
man, I love Cam and I love what he's doing. And I do think, you know, people don't want to accept that he's playing or acting how black people act, and he's unapologetic for it. And not only is he unapologetic for it, he also carries himself in a good way.
Yeah.
On top of it, he does stuff for the
In a
community.
great way.
You know, he's, you know, heavy in the community, giving back to the hospitals, giving back to the kids, going to Halloween drive, turkey drive, Christmas's drive.
Yo,
Then he goes and gives
What quarterback you know gives every touchdown to the fans?
nobody. Nobody does it.
Nobody. I don't know anybody that scores a touchdown or has somebody else on their team score a touchdown, go out their way. I'm going to get this football and bring it to a kid. Making a day. And it's not like he's bringing them to black kids that sit in front row.
He's bringing everybody. Anybody.
He's bringing them whoever, anybody.
Home or away.
Yo,
Home or away.
I said it the other day. The Cam Newton movement is the same as the NBA saw with Iverson. He's a game changer.
Yeah.
He has single-handedly changed the game of the league.
But wait a minute
You know
though.
what?
He's better than Iverson.
Neither, though.
He didn't mess up.
Nah, he can't.
Yeah.
He can't.
Cam cannot mess up right now, neither. He can't pull a Jameis Winston and make a little mistake and just, okay, we're going to move on from it. Nah. He can't do that now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Cam got that Obama pressure on him.
He definitely got that Obama pressure on him.
Because they waiting.
Yeah.
They waiting for Cam to make one bad move.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. Cause the only thing they can knock him for is dancing. That's the only thing they could get him for.
True.
Is his dancing. It's disrespectful to the game. My little children have to watch that. That's the only thing they can get him for is dancing. You know, you got Stacy from Idaho complaining about his dabbing when I got Aaron Rodgers, no disrespect, D-Ruck, running around doing a pelvis check every time he do a goddamn discount double check. All right. I don't want to hit.
Yeah.
I don't want to hit.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Oh,
so,
man.
you know, overall, man, like, in my overall opinion, man, is just where Cam is taking the game. The other players that are in the league that need to be following that lead. I mean, this is the right time, man, for stars in this game to really, really stand out. And it's not only because of how they play, but, I mean, you got to take into the fact that the culture, you got to take into the fact social media. I mean, listen, and this is, again, Rich, you got to go and talk to the boy. If OBJ, you know, take his act right, you know what I'm saying? Get him a thought real quick, you know, ease up a little bit on the head and shoulders. He could also be the face of the game. So.
There's no way I'm going to sit here and take this abuse. No way.
And for those of you that don't know,
If you
Mr.
go
London is a
into
Giants fan.
If you go into any nightclub in this world right now, unfortunately in 2016, everybody's dancing like Odell.
Ugh.
Everybody's doing what he's doing. Everybody's wearing what he's wearing. It's getting highlighted because of who he is. But the man on the field is a problem.
Yeah.
And leave my boy alone, man. Leave my boy alone.
So
Let
is-
my boy do what my boy
I
doing,
can't take
man.
nothing away from him, but, yo, when he do
Let my
that
boy do
catwalk,
what he do, man.
I'm sorry, man.
Hey, listen.
That adds like 3 drops to his stats.
Yes.
When he do
Uh,
that catwalk, man.
Leave my boy alone, man. Let my boy dance what he got, like he danced, man. All right.
Hold on. Before we,
I can't, listen, it's some things I just can't, I can't back nobody on, man. Odell do gotta chill, man. He is taking it kind of borderline right now.
Borderline.
Just so much.
He moved that line. What
What
you talking about? He moved that line, and there ain't no
Hold on.
borderline.
all right, listen, time out. I just got some breaking news.
What up?
Calvin Johnson has reportedly told the Lions that he plans to retire.
Oh, damn. Oh,
I mean, this is literally minutes ago.
damn.
Barry Sanders.
Yo.
Again.
Yo. Oh my
Barry
gosh.
Sanders again.
Yo,
Tired of losing.
yeah.
Tired of losing.
Yo, but you know what? Let me say this first, man. Yo, if that young man does that, yo, word up, man. Drop 8 of Cruz bombs for him, because, yo, that's how you go out the way that you want to. He's definitely a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna.
And he's made the money that he wanted to make. I mean, the only knock except for him is to become a champion.
Listen, I
But
just
you
want to.
gotta give it to him.
Let me just read off some of his.
respecting a lot
Let me
of
read
these
off
cats,
some of his
man.
stuff for you real quick. 135 total games played, 731 receptions, 11,619 yards, 86.1 yards per game, 83 touchdowns, 5-time Pro Bowler, all-time leading yards or
Megatron.
receiver in a
That's
single
it.
season.
That's it.
Megatron. Yeah,
That's
he's
it.
really Megatron. He's really Megatron.
Yes.
That's it.
Really.
Straight up. Listen, he was like Terrell Owens under control.
Yes.
He was everybody. T.O. He was the franchise that T.O. was supposed to be.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Straight up. That's a franchise player that T.O. was supposed to be. Straight up. He's a game changer. He could still be one of the best wide receivers in the NFL right now. And
I
he's
agree.
talking about he's going to walk away.
Mhm. It's just
Yo, that's serious right there.
I
man.
sure hope that he, finds a team because, like he said, he wants to win. He definitely wants to
But
win.
he's not.
You're not. Hold on.
No.
Detroit
He's
already
not gonna
said,
do it.
Detroit already said, we're not letting you go nowhere.
Yep. That's crazy.
Straight up. They pulling the Barry Sanders.
Patrick.
Think about this. Who would have thought Calvin Johnson will retire before Larry Fitzgerald?
True. Yeah.
That's a good point.
You're right. Mm.
That's
College-
crazy.
I gotta somewhat disagree though that Calvin is the best receiver right now though. I don't think he's the best
No, he's
receiver
one
right
of the
now.
best.
Oh, he one of the best. Oh yeah, he one of the best.
Oh, no,
He-
he's definitely not the best. He's definitely not the best. He's one of the best.
He's
wide
definitely
receivers.
one of the
He's
best.
one of the best right now.
I think he has the talent to be the best. I think he could be the best next year if he wanted to play and he
Yeah.
got the ball enough. I think he could. I don't think he is right now. I want to give a little shout out.
He's the best. He's the best wide receiver with a subpar quarterback.
Oh,
yes. Yes.
I can't think of one worse.
I give him that. I'm not going to say that Stratford is
ODB.
I give him mid-level second tier in terms of quarterback. but I'll say this about Megatron. He is the single-handed most difficult in the NFL to devise a scheme against. Now, I get that Odell does his thing, and he does. I get Antonio Brown does his thing, and he does. But you talking about somebody that can run just as many effective routes as somebody else, but then you can always just throw the ball in anywhere that he's located, and he's going to come down with it.
Great.
If LeBron would have still been playing football, he'd have been Calvin Johnson.
Agreed.
I can see that.
I give you that.
I can see
I give you
that.
that.
I don't know Brian 40 time, but yeah, I can see that. It's got to be fast.
I definitely can see that.
I seen him run down and block Manu Ginobili shot last night. That was pretty good looking.
I just want to keep on putting LeBron in the mix if y'all can't tell.
Yo, listen.
I'm totally here for LeBron James.
Listen, I'm gonna get everybody last thoughts.
Put something in the mix of that forehead for him, man. He needs to get them plugs.
Hold on,
That's
Dick.
where he get his superpowers from, man. Listen, LeBron got his superpowers from losing his hair, man.
Hey D, hold on, wait. We gotta have to do it right.
Nah, man.
Hold on, wait. We gotta do it right. Does anybody have anything else to say about the NFL before we move on?
Yeah, before we move on, I just want to give a quick.
Carolina is going to win in a blowout. That's what I got to say, and that's it.
I just want to give a couple more thoughts on Calvin Johnson, what's been going on. Patrick Peterson recently just tweeted, "Man, it's crazy to hear news about Megatron being done. So many great battles, so much respect for the big number 81, #Megatron. Barry Sanders, Lion leading rusher last season, age 30. Calvin Johnson, Lions leading receiver last season, age 30.
Crazy.
Wow.
Yo, we're gonna test that next segment, yo. Like next show, we gotta test that. Next show, we gotta test that.
We'll give it more time to sink in. Like you said, maybe it's still a possibility that he could, change his mind. But as reported right now, he told the Lions that 2015 was his last season.
That's crazy. So, without further ado, okay, we got the number. Well, he up there. One of the number one LeBron fans. You know what I'm saying? And
Witness,
defends it.
greatness.
Him and I defend it to the T. We defend it to the T. And before he start, I have to drop a bomb on it. I have to.
St. Mary's.
Yes.
Yo, y'all know this dude is from Akron by the way of West Haven, by the way of like
Akron. They visit St. Mary's, the gold and green.
There we go.
You know what I mean? From Cleveland to Miami, back home.
Oh,
I mean, that's it. Hey, listen, man. LeBron James is the best basketball player of all time.
Oh.
Wow.
Yo, listen.
Whoa! Whoa!
Yo,
We're not talking about rings because we could be talking about Robert Horry if that was the case.
Oh.
Listen, man. LeBron James does it all for a long period of time.
I don't think I've ever heard him say that.
A long period of time. Okay? The teams that he's taken to where they've gone, even though they might have not won a championship, nobody else could have done that.
Yo, I told y'all.
Carlos Boozer. He got Carlos Boozer his first big contract. Just off of playing with LeBron.
Yeah, I told y'all when he get up here, it was gonna be crazy. I told y'all.
He made Boobie Gibson. Houston Cole wouldn't have had a baby with Boobie if it wasn't for LeBron. Boobie Gibson would have been nobody.
And
he would have just been Daniel Gibson from Texas University.
And
listen, man.
Listen.
LeBron James has made players, man.
D. Rucker and Chris looked like they just seen a ghost. Like they just seen somebody eat booty. Pause. Yo, these dudes is like, yo, this.
I'm tired of talking crazy. I'm tired of talking crazy about my boy LeBron James, man.
Mhm.
Like he's just irrelevant. Everybody has forced other players to so-called be the best. Melo, KD, shout out to Ruck, KD, Steph now. Yo, listen, man, there's been players after players since LeBron's been in the league that everybody has tried to force be the face of the NBA. Derrick Rose, he got his MVP. He did his thing that season. But everybody just such in a rush to push my boy LeBron to the side. All he's doing is winning. He just became the youngest man to reach 26,000 points. And he did it ASAP. Come on, man. He's going to crush every record. 26,000 points, and the man wants to pass first. How crazy is that?
I love it. I love it.
How
You gotta see
crazy is
Chris'
that?
face. It's crazy.
Come on, man. Listen,
I'll jump in right now and put it like this. Right? When you talk about changing the game,
I gotta take my hoodie off, man. I'm starting to swear. I got to
LeBron definitely has done that. He definitely is that dude. Now, and I respect what London is talking about because I know that he goes deep into the game just like I do.
Mhm.
However, I'm still not going to put him second best all time because there are so many other greats that you have to give their just due for their imprint and what they did for long periods of time, just like LeBron has. I will say this. The league has never seen anything like him,
Mhm.
right? Which makes him an all-time great, just like all the other special players. But I think he's in that elite class that you can say there literally was nobody else or can be nobody else like LeBron. So I give you that. I give you that. Because there was never ever, and there never will be another shooting guard like Mike. Never, right? So I give you that. The thing that I always, and it's probably the only thing that I think anybody in America can ever really point to as haters and say, that's why we don't like LeBron, is because I think he has, and it's a testament to him, he has made people bear witness, as Rich London always says, to his greatness. You know what I'm saying? And follow him wherever he goes. So that, as a true diehard sports fan, that's the only problem I've ever had with him. I mean, he ain't died a tear yet like Carlos Boozer, so I'm gonna let him live. I mean, the little wings, like bad wave cat that he got going on in the press conferences, I'm really not feeling that. You know what I'm saying? The only thing, just because Rich London is on, so I want to get my Skip Bayless on. You know, he has taken people like Daniel Boobie Gibson and given them Keisha Cole. He's taken Carlos Boozer, you know what I'm saying, to different heights and contracts. He took Big Z to the Cleveland Cavs Hall of Fame. I give him that. He gave him an all-star. He had Chris Bosh shave his Abby's out for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's different things that happen. But at the same time, there was a great meme that came out this week.
What is that?
When he was barking on Tristan Thompson, I know y'all saw it. And Kyrie ran up to him like, chill, bro. You see what you did to the coach.
And you gotta go.
He did it. Listen, just like all the people he made, there are people that y'all have forgotten about that used to play with the Cleveland Cavs. Anybody remember Ricky Davis? Nope. Okay. Anybody remember Darius Miles? Nope. Okay. Not at all.
DeJuan Wagner.
Hey, listen, if you're not doing what you gotta do, you gotta go.
You know what I'm saying? You know, anybody ever remember Danielle Martian? Nope. Okay.
I tell it to you this way the best, man. You know, even though he had an unforeseen little, sickness and everything, my man D. Wagner, Camden High School, you know what I'm saying, Jersey. He was supposed to be the man of Cleveland before LeBron came.
I agree. 100
If
points
you
in a
ain't
high school
doing
game.
what you're supposed to do, if you ain't doing what you're supposed to do, you gotta get up out of there. When you're playing with a great,
I think LeBron is the only person I've ever seen besides Mike get somebody cut during the game. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the only time. Like, and they got the recording. You seen the recording? He was like, "Oh yeah, gonna get this nigga out here Friday. He is done. It's a wrap."
I mean, hey, listen, man. The next TV timeout, you're all set.
Yeah.
The next thing, yo, listen, man. I'm just saying that's what Bron do. The only thing that I can say for the Cavs, and this is where we again going to dig into it and get to the same perspective. Even though they got a great win against San Antonio last night, I'm still waiting for the Cavs as a team to understand or find an identity for how they're going to play. Because I just can't believe that they can't make those three work. I don't understand that.
You know what it is? It's not the three that's there. When you look at these other great teams, it's the role players that be around those three.
Thank you.
They got to come around.
Thank you.
The San Antonio Spurs are so great because they have maturity. They have other people who know their assignments and don't step outside of their round.
Mm-hmm.
The Cleveland Cavs have to find that. The old Lakers teams, you already knew to get the ball to Shaq or Kobe. You know what I'm saying? In Miami, the year that they won it, you already knew who to get the ball to.
Mm-hmm.
Ray Allen going to go right to your corner. You're going to spot up. This is what you're going to do. Right now, it's a little crazy in Cleveland with Kyrie not being there, here and there. Shumpert and JR just coming along in the middle of last year.
Mm-hmm.
So you got immaturities that's on that that's in that team, that's on that team. And I think that's why Black got fired. Black obviously didn't get fired because of losing. He wasn't losing.
Yeah.
He was winning, but it's the little things that he wasn't able to connect with them on that Tyronn Lue obviously does, especially being a former player. Because listen, before LeBron signed, Black had just got that job. If LeBron would have signed with no coach yet, Black would not have been the Cleveland Cavs coach anyway.
I agree.
No.
Anyway. So people going hard about Black got fired, why Black got fired. Black wasn't even supposed to be there.
Mm-hmm.
True. Who knew who Black was other than Mozgov? Because that used to be his coach.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, nobody did. So I think Lou is a perfect fit there, and now you take excuses away from the player.
Yeah.
By not having Lou there,
But I don't think Lou is the fit for y'all. And I'm not knocking what Tyronn Lue is as an assistant coach or what he could be as a head coach. I'm not knocking that. We talked about it a couple of episodes ago here on the show, too. My thing is, with a situation like that, with a team like that, with, LeBron, Kyrie, Kevin Love, the only way that you get people to listen like that in Spoelstra, and I'm not even going to say Spoelstra was an exception, and I'll tell you why in a second. But the only way that you get people to buy into a system and listen like that is if it's a name that cannot just be denied. I say that Cleveland should have went with Mark Jackson. Mark Jackson sitting out there. Look at what Mark Jackson left on the table for Steve Kerr. You can't tell me that's not his form.
But listen, he did. But listen, this is my look on that Mark Jackson situation. You can't go with Mark Jackson in the middle of the season. You have to go with Mark Jackson at the end of the season in the off season. Because you have to keep the same system going that you already. You can't have a brand new head coach come in and he adjusts to the way that y'all playing as a team when he got his own plays, when he got his own system, he got his own assistant coaches. You can't have that in the middle of the season. You got to go to Lou.
True.
You have to. Who have you seen come in as head coach in the middle of a season straight out of the TNT booth, ABC booth? Nobody. You have to go with that strong assistant coach. You have to. Well, because now you bring Mark Jackson in,
gave him a different look. I think he would have helped Kyrie develop differently into what he needs to be for LeBron to continue to win. I think,
I agree, but that would have been the greatest thing. I agree with Mark Jackson, but you got to look at when they fired Black. You can't bring a brand new coach in and a brand new system on that team in January. You can't do that.
Mm.
Now that's unfair to the players and the organization. What are we going to do? Learn new plays?
True.
What are we going to do? Tell Mark Jackson the plays and the system that we running? That's too much.
Mm.
Okay.
I just think, some of those teams, man, especially for those guys, and that's why I said with Spoelstra too that he wasn't the exception, is because they knew whatever they did, if they bucked that Spo anyway, Pat Riley was right behind them every time. You know what I'm saying? So it has to be somebody in that chair that they're going to respect. I think Ty Lue is going to be a good coach. I definitely think he will. But I think for them and what they're looking for, because they have to look to get over the hump. And the thing that separates Cleveland from those other teams that we talk about, when we talk about the Spurs, right? When we talk about the Warriors, when we talk about even if you look in the East in terms of people that can potentially contend with Cleveland, they're all teams that have strong coaches that have been there, done that, can get them over the hump.
The Bulls?
Okay, so let me ask you this question. It's Popovich, too.
So let me ask you this question, Rupp. So how about Steve Kerr? How about Steve Kerr?
This is my feeling.
Because I think Tyronn Lue going to end up in the same boat as Steve Kerr once the Cavs win the championship this year, because they definitely going to win that chip this year. You can drop 2 bombs on that one. Hey, Cleveland Cavs are winning this year, man. Everybody just thinks that it's just an automatic that Golden State is just going to win shit.
No, I don't think so at all.
You quiet, Chris. What's up, Chris?
The biggest thing that people got to worry about is straight up that San Antonio continues to be slept on, and they continue to do what they do. The thing that San Antonio now has is now they have a different bona fide superstar with the elite level second tier players.
Okay,
and they got Lamar Jackson.
But D-Rock.
But I go back to Kerr though. If you want to talk about the Kerr point, I think the thing that Kerr can always point to, and he has been able to point to since coming in that locker room, is listen, I've been there, I've done that, I've got these rings, I've played with the GOAT, so what I'm talking about.
So does Lou. I've been there, I've done that, I got a ring, I played with Shaq and Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Shaq and Kobe
I sat next to Phil Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Like he said he wanted to be a coach after studying behind Tex Winters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Tyronn Lue was the highest paid assistant coach in the NBA. He studied under Doc Rivers. He was with the Clippers. Now, listen, man, Tyronn Lue ain't no slouch. And he already had the respect of the locker room.
He put in that work, and I give him that just off of his job, the job that he did with the Celtics, because people don't understand that they gave Lawrence Frank a lot of credit for that defense that they had, but Lue was a big piece in that. So I give him that. I'm just saying, if we're talking about the difference in these teams that are making these moves, along with their talent, they have that coach that always seems to make the right call and make the difference. So it's just yet to be seen what Tyronn Lue could become. And I hope he does well, because, hey, listen, it's another black man in the chair. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what it is? You know what it is, fellas? With that Cleveland job, no matter who coaches it, with that Cleveland team, they're going to do well because the team is going to do well. It could have been anybody that coached that team other than David Blatt, and they would have went to that Eastern Conference Championship and won that.
Mm-hmm.
It could have been anybody. It could have been anybody that coached that team right there thus far, and they had the best record in the East. So it's not going to even be dictated on his record, whether they win. We already know what Cleveland's going to do. They're going to be there. They're going to be there. So it's about everything else is what I'm trying to say is the reason why Lue got that job, the reason why Black got fired. Because with that team right there and in that conference, they're gonna have success. They're gonna have success. But it's about the other little things that go on. Come on, man. Kevin Love called LeBron out twice already.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. He questioned the leadership. It starts with the leader. Twice already Kevin Love done did that. And I respect him on that. But you can't have that neither, though. And that's the same week that Black got fired.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Tyronn Lue is a perfect fit because they already respect him in that locker room. And Cleveland is going to win the chip. I'm just going to tell you that again.
I don't know, bro.
Hey, shut up. Hey, listen, man. The reason why I say Cleveland don't win the championship is solely based off of Golden State and the Spurs is going to battle it out for that Western Conference championship.
Definitely.
They going to beat each other up so much. Cleveland, they're going to go through they're going to go through their little bumps and bruises, but there's nothing going to be compared to that Western Conference championship. And then Cleveland is going to take over. I'm trying to tell you now what's going to happen. Whoever come out of that West is going to be bruised up. So,
yeah.
And Cleveland is going to take advantage of that. Don't let the boy Kyrie be healthy. Tell you.
Chris, you are
and
you're very quiet.
And for the record, because I know this has come up a lot in the past week. I do not want DeMarcus Cousins going to Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
What? I do not want Boogie in Cleveland. And I'm a Cleveland fan. I'm a LeBron fan. I do not want that.
I think that gives you all the chip.
No, because to trade Miles Goff and Love for Boogie, no. Absolutely not. Because Miles Goff, he knows his role very well, and he's been doing what he needs to do as a center. He doesn't step outside the box. He ain't giving you no technical fouls. He ain't doing nothing crazy. If Love plays to his potential and we get Love involved like Love is supposed to, like he did last night, like he did the night before when he had 22 and 11, we won the championship. But you don't DeMarcus Cousins is a liability, man. He's a liability.
But let me ask you this, though. And anybody else checking in on this, too. Do you think that teams go at Boogie like they do Kevin Love? Because I don't think teams single him out like they do Love, and he becomes the liability on defense for you.
Because you got to see where he's at.
If you got Boogie there and you still have Varejao, why not? Why not?
I never liked Varejao. Never was really a big fan on Varejao like that. I think he's a poor man Joe can know, to tell you the truth. I can't put Varejao in that conversation. I can't give up those two pieces because it's a piece to the puzzle, man.
Yeah.
It's not just based off of DeMarcus Cousins because, he just scored 56 and, he's an all-star and this and that. No, it's pieces to this puzzle, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why David West went to the Spurs.
Mm-hmm.
Took $10 million less. It's that piece.
Mm-hmm.
It's that piece, man. And I just think that Miles Goff at that center spot and Love are pieces that I do not want to get rid of for Cousins. And like I said, he's a liability too.
Mm-hmm.
He brings other things into the locker room that J.R. Smith don't need.
He's a mad rapper.
You know what I'm saying? It's just different pieces and different characters, man, that you also gotta you gotta check that. You gotta check that. And I just don't feel like DeMarcus Cousins be a good piece to that puzzle, man.
But
he's a great player. He's probably the best 5 in the league. But I mean, I don't think that he's a right fit.
Yeah.
In Cleveland.
And then you gotta think about the injury. So what if he go down with an injury and he got sit out? How does that look? Who can step up? Like, so when you talk about, knowing your role, like having pieces, what's going to happen if if they trade up 2 guys and they get him, what's going to happen when his ankle can't hold up for the rest of the season and he can't go in the playoffs? How does that look? You know what I mean? And like you said, that chemistry, who said he want to be in Cleveland? So I definitely agree with you, London, on that, whole chemistry piece, because everybody got to play their role. I mean, we can have great players on the team, but, you saw what happened when the Lakers played against the Pistons. I mean, if everybody not playing their role, then,
that's a perfect example. Also, it's subjective right there, too, man. Shout out to my boy Chauncey Billups, man.
Mm-hmm.
Drop a bomb for Chauncey, man. Mr. Big Shot's getting his numbers retired.
Big Shot.
You know what I'm saying? February 10th. The state picture, that's him and Ben Wallace in the road. Drop a bomb for that dude, because Chauncey definitely was that guy, man.
Yeah, he was.
He definitely was. He definitely was. Speaking of that Detroit team, did you see what my boy Kyrie did to Tayshaun Prince? Oh my God! I just always got to go back to a Cleveland. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something happened with Cleveland. He turned that man around, knocked the 3 ball down. But anyways, you know, so just to touch on this real quick before I get out of here.
Okay.
LeBron James is really, really being disrespected now because of how good Steph Curry is.
Yes.
But what people don't realize also is that Steph Curry is a liability on defense. Stop it. Steph Curry is a liability on defense. On his, I've never seen a point guard get posted up as much as I see Steph Curry get posted up. So you say Steph don't strap up. Listen to what I'm about to explain to you. Okay, he has the best help defense in the NBA with the Golden State Warriors. He doesn't have to play as hard on defense and save that energy to play on offense because he's not stopping nobody. Steph Curry he's not stopping nobody. LeBron guards Steph Curry. Does Steph Curry guard LeBron?
Never.
Never. He give up 80 pounds. Okay. Quickness. He a point guard. He ain't guarding Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard is guarding Steph Curry. Steph Curry's a liability on the defensive end. But you see with Kawhi, you see what happened when Steph got to Kawhi the other day too. Oh yeah. Yeah. Most definitely. Most definitely. But all I'm saying is that Steph's greatness is coming because he's shooting from half court. He's scoring 40. He's scoring 50, and the team is winning. So everybody's looking at, this man is great. He's great. He's dribbling between his legs 3 times, and he's shooting a 3 and turning around. Okay. And what else? Because Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf was doing that. Well, I mean, what else? True. You know what I'm saying? So it's like everybody's so in a rush to give Steph the crown, man. He's good, but slow it down, man. The best player on the earth is LeBron James. He does everything. Everything.
You saw what happened when somebody tried to get his way last night. You saw what happened when somebody tried to get his way.
6 straight Eastern Conference chips. I mean, he might not win every single time, but he's here. Well, I mean, who's the last player that was in the finals, 6 years straight? Every year. In the finals.
Bill Russell. You got to go back that far.
Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? I just need people to just give my boy Bron the respect that he deserves. You know what I'm saying? He ain't in the tabloids. He ain't doing nothing crazy. He just playing ball. He back at home. People are salty about it. Most Knicks fans are salty about it, but everybody wanted him to have that 23 in orange and blue. When he was a free agent that summer, I was seeing nothing but pictures of coming to New York. He got him next to Spike. We going to roll the red carpet out. Now, he in Cleveland, everybody hate him. Come on, man. But everybody wanted him on their team. Most of the Lakers fans, now that they in the situation that they in, I'm seeing all these Lakers fans is now Golden State fans. Come on.
Oh man.
Come on.
Oh,
hey, man. There's a big Asian population in LA, so we can't go too hard on that.
Oh yeah, okay.
We get cut off the head.
Okay. But it's been real, fellas. I appreciate y'all having me on the show.
No problem, man.
You know what I mean? Definitely not gonna be my last time.
Nah, no.
But
you family, baby.
All I'm gonna tell y'all is witness, strive for greatness. I promise. Akron by way of 203. You know what I mean? That's about it, fellas.
There you go, man.
Drop several bombs for LeBron James. Oh, he dropped the bomb too.
You got to. But again, man, I just want to thank you for coming on, man. I know you got a busy schedule, man. Thank you, and we're gonna have you on here again. But I had to let you get the platform, though. I had to let you get the platform. That's why I'm just saying I'm witnessing. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what it is, man.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Here we go. No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? But you have a good one, man. God bless, man.
All right, y'all too.
Peace.
Hey, shut up.
Oh man, fellas, this was definitely one of the best episodes, man. Having fun, having Rich London on on the air talking about one of the greatest ever. You know what I'm saying? Got to. So again, fellas, and everybody listening, thank you. Please support. Please hit the subscribe and like button. We got to get our followers up. That's how we get our money. We ain't getting money yet, but we definitely trying to go somewhere.
It's coming. It's coming.
Yeah. So, like I said, we got some stuff cooking up, and we gonna keep doing our thing. And if anybody got any mixtape, any music that they want to donate, please do. Like I said, once we get there, we gonna be there. And again, I'm your boy Professional Sutton, the world's greatest amateur.
And but hold on, wait a minute, 1 second before you cut this off.
Go ahead.
I've been quiet for a while. I really couldn't get a word in because we're doing it over the phone. So Rich couldn't hear me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he'll be here one of these days, and we'll all be here, and I can really, really express that god awful love fest that just went on.
I love it.
D-Ruck, I know you were just as miserable as I was with all of this rhetoric garbage that these LeBron fans was talking, but I definitely appreciate them coming on, man, and I really can't wait to till we all in house and we can debate a little more clear. But you know what I mean, it was his first time being on the show. I wanted him to be able to get all his points on, man. I'm here every day. So you know what I mean, I wanted him to get his points off. So
you said that you here when, Chris?
I'm here every day. No. But no, I'm here every day, so I get more opportunities to speak. I wanted him to get, everything off his chest. But best believe this subject is not over. And we'll all be sitting at this little car. We'll be sitting at this card table soon. And we definitely will be able to debate everything I thought was wrong with what Quet agreed with and what he said.
I love it. I agree with
it. And I know where D-Ruck stand. I know where D-Ruck stand, okay?
KD.
I just want to let that be known.
You already know.
Listen.
Hey, yo, Chris, if you there all day, I'm there every day and all day.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. But nah, man, shout out to London for being on the show. I appreciated where he came from, and I thought he did a great job.
Yeah,
I
like
thought
I
he
said,
really did a great job.
and there's more coming because when you get him started, he does not stop.
Yeah,
he does not stop.
We will when he's sitting right across from me. We gonna get this LeBron Steph Curry thing popping.
Yo,
we gonna get this popping.
Yeah, we gonna have to turn the mics way down for y'all.
You gonna have to turn
screaming.
You gonna have to turn the mics way down. It's gonna be barbershop. It's gonna be a lot of that going on.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Listen, I'm just looking for somebody to do the freeway and Kathy be like, yo, play the beat. Yo, play the beat.
Yeah, I can't. Yo, listen, this is why I do it. This is why I do what I do. I love to see people so passionate about sports. I don't care what your sport is, if it's soccer, golf, I don't care, water polo. If you like sports and you have a good, argument about it and you stand by it, then please say it. That's why sports is so good, because it's your opinion versus my opinion, even though I'm right. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. And we all know that LeBron James is the best on the planet right now.
Not drop
we all know that LeBron James is the best on the planet right now. And if you don't know, you better ask somebody.
Put that bomb away.
So we can keep going on. But again, I just want to thank everybody for listening. Please listen again. Go to our YouTube page. It's under Professional Sutton. Subscribe and like. We're going to share it all around the globe. Please hit that like button and subscribe. Also subscribe to, you don't have to subscribe. Also go to our, Don't Shoot the Messenger, fan page on Facebook. Hit them likes, share, talk, whatever you want to do. Appreciate everybody that's been up there. But again, I'm your boy Professional Sutton. I can't even get it out. The world's greatest amateur.
And I'm your boy Chris G.
And
it's D-Ruck, a.k.a. The Ruck Report, a.k.a. Jersey.
Everybody, thank you again, and peace.
Peace.
Peace.